There you go. Okay.
Salute, salute, salute.
All right, spoken to the deputy who had brought that issue to my attention yesterday afternoon, and he doesn't know it from any of the jurors saying anything to him. He had just checked.
Good morning, Christy.
Himself from checking on her page. Thank you. All right, sure, no problem. Is the jury ready? Okay, and do we have Mr. Sledge?
Good morning to everybody. Salute.
All right. And what's the second one? Not the Garlington one. It's definitely not that one. Well, it definitely wasn't that. So there's another question because, can I see my thing again? I mean, I don't know how to search for it, but it's, I mean, definitely Stevens is the first one and Kendrick is the third one. And it was what was in the middle.
Yeah, they got another witness on the stand. It ain't Lil Woody no more. And he just as crazy as Lil Woody as. Well, not as crazy as him, but he a character too. But good morning, Christy. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you up and you breathing, and God has blessed you with another day on this earth. Yeah, there go the new witness. He burnt the fuck out. I don't know why the DA keep going to get the prosecutors keep trying to get witnesses that fuck with these niggas to testify against them, bro. It's not gonna happen. They wasting their fucking time for real, for real.
All right. Y'all be seated.
That's a fact. You was blessed, and we all blessed to be woke this morning. Now we gonna sit here and watch this bugged out ass trial.
All right, Ms. Love, you can continue.
Good morning, Mr. Sledge.
Good morning.
Yesterday, while we were talking, you said that, rather, did you testify that YSL was a neighborhood gang?
Sustained.
All right, following up on that. Did Thug's music
She
career
already started
gain
off asking a
the
question.
gang
Right.
YSL any national attention?
Lansky, salute.
Overruled.
Salute.
No, his music didn't get a game. I said no.
Now, when you joined YSL the gang in 2012, would you tell the jury what things you did with the gang?
You keep making it seem like it's a game, Miss Love. It's not a game. It's just a group of people that know each other. It wasn't like a game.
Are you saying that what you said yesterday regarding YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang is now something that you want to take
Basically,
back?
I missed the
You have to let me
Okay.
finish, okay? Are you saying that what you said yesterday regarding YSL starting out as a neighborhood gang is now something that you want to testify differently about?
No, what I really was saying yesterday, Miss Love, you know what I was saying yesterday, that we're not a gang. I explained to you yesterday why we couldn't be a gang, but we were some neighborhood people that hung together.
Is it fair to say that you considered yourselves a gang regardless of what the legal definition is back in 2012?
Overruled. Well, see, overruled.
Yeah, I don't like this judge too much neither. Because she sustained a lot of shit for the state, but she be overruling everything for the defense. I'm surprised she sustained the first objection.
That you considered yourselves a gang, a neighborhood gang.
Not us.
When you spoke yesterday about YSL starting out as a neighborhood
It
gang,
will get you upset, Christy.
But
at that time, did you consider yourselves being YSL in 2012 a gang, regardless of the legal definition?
you could say,
Overruled.
You may answer.
could you repeat it?
Yes. When you spoke yesterday of YSL starting out in 2012 as a neighborhood gang, did you consider yourselves, that is YSL, a gang, regardless of the legal definition of gang?
I don't know why she's adding that part. And frankly, he testified yesterday already.
Okay.
So
All right.
let's move on.
All right. What types of things did YSL
Yeah, she
do
keeps
during
trying to
that
drive the
period?
gang thing home. It ain't gonna work.
Barbecue, hung out together, played basketball.
Was everyone that you hung out with YSL?
No,
How did you distinguish your friends who were YSL from the friends who were not?
like I told you yesterday, Ms. Love, anyone and anybody in the world can say they was YSL.
Back in 2012, how did you distinguish? Because just now, did you testify that all of your friends were not YSL?
I didn't distinguish because I didn't really understand in 2012 it was illegal to be a gang.
Mr. Sledge, do you understand that I'm not asking you about legal or legalities or legal definitions? I'm simply talking about your understanding.
Yeah,
Do you understand that?
he try to
I
keep his
understand it was
composure,
just
but he loses his
gang would
composure
be a group of
sometimes.
people that hang around each other.
All right. And so how did you identify the friends of yours who were YSL as opposed to the friends who were not? How did you distinguish between those two groups of people?
I personally, I never, that was something I never even worried about, ever thought about.
Then why did you just tell the jury that not all of your friends were YSL?
You asked the question, I answer your question.
Okay.
All of them wasn't YSL.
How did you
Some
wrap?
of them never even, can I finish? Some people that I hung around would never ever probably say YSL.
Okay.
They
How-
probably didn't know the group of people that I knew.
What group of people made up YSL that you knew back in 2012?
Well, I wasn't around when it was made up. Certain people were saying it and I started saying it.
What did you do to rep YSL in 2012?
You lost me because you saying rep is like broadcasting it.
Represent.
Yeah, nothing.
How did you identify yourself as a member of YSL back in 2012?
I don't know, Miss Love. I'm be honest with you, I don't know.
How did your friends who were YSL back in 2012, how did they identify themselves as YSL that you were able to see?
Some people just say YSL.
Is that the only way?
The fuck?
Well, to be honest, I seen people do the little handshakes and stuff that ain't, but that's just a handshake. That's just something that we go by saying, basically we love each other.
Did you use the word slat?
Yes,
And what does that stand for?
I never knew what it stand for, Miss Love.
As far back as 2012, you were using it.
I never knew what SLAC stand for.
How did you use it?
When I see my brother, I'm like, that's love, SLAC. And hug you and keep going, however it go. I never used it like for the purpose of the harm and the thing or anything like that. I just SLAC. When I see my brother that I love, I say SLAC and keep going.
Did you ever understand it to mean slime love all the time?
No. I didn't come up with the word, so I didn't know it say that. I didn't know it mean that. I'm sorry.
Did you refer to yourselves or did you use the word slime in 2012 as a member of YSL?
I don't recall.
Do you use
I
the word
see you,
slime
Chrissy.
now?
Take your time. I appreciate you.
Okay. And when you use the word slime now, do you recall how long you've been using it?
No, I don't recall how long I've been using it, but I see people right now that's not YSL, and I said, "What's up, slime?" It's just a slang word for the streets too.
Is there any reason that you would not have been using it in 2012?
No, I just don't recall if I used it in 2012. That's so long ago, Ms. Lord.
That shit's all speculation.
What? How long that is? 12 years or something, whatever. it is. That's a long time ago. You remember a word if you use it or not.
Okay,
It's a word.
all right. You said yesterday that Mondo claimed to have started YSL.
I see. Go ahead. I thought you was finished. Go ahead.
And Your Honor, there is an echo. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's on this. It's going on the computer too.
If I did it,
Yeah, that might cure it. Yeah. Hey, move that, turn that around. What,
Oh.
come around to where he is and do it. Oh. You're fine. You can
Okay.
stand. Is it muted?
Uh-uh.
Go ahead.
thank you. My apologies. You said yesterday that Mondo claimed to have started YSL. To your knowledge, did a person by the name of Walter Murphy, who also answers to DK, ever also claim to have founded YSL?
I don't know how I knew Mondo because it was on the internet, but DK never ever said to me he started or founded YSL.
How familiar are you with DK?
I never really hung around him like that, but I know of him. Like, me and him didn't have a personal relationship to where me and him hung together every day.
Salute to everybody that's coming in the building. I appreciate
Do
you.
you know DK to be YSL?
I heard him say it.
Do you consider him a member of YSL?
I can't answer that question for DK.
I'm not asking about DK. I'm
Well,
asking if you recognize
That's
him
a
as
fact.
a member of
No.
YSL.
That's a fact, God the brand.
Have you ever recognized DK as a member of YSL?
Salute to you.
I don't know if I could say what I wanted to say.
Say that again.
I said I don't know if the answer I want to give you could I say it.
What, is it the truth?
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the
Okay.
truth.
So is it responsive to the question, have you ever considered DK to be a member of YSL? Is it?
No, you said something different last time. You said something like, did I ever notice or know if something was DKYSL or something you said? You switched it up.
Okay. Can you answer whether you ever considered DK to be a
I
member
said
of
no to
YSL?
that answer already.
Okay. And what about Trontavia Stevens? Have you ever known him to be recognized as a founder of YSL?
I didn't know he was a founder, but I have heard him say YSL.
Is he one of the members of YSL that you recognized as YSL in 2012?
I think so.
Was that before a record label named YSL formed?
Well, by my knowledge,
Appreciate the thumbs
when
up.
I first heard of YSL, that's what
Yeah,
it
and I appreciate you, cuz.
supposed to be, but it wasn't what you want to say, legal yet, copyrighted yet.
What are you saying?
That was the whole attention. My understanding for YSL when he started saying YSL,
Who is he?
Stevenson. There was a couple of guys that rap. I don't remember all their names.
So when you testified yesterday that YSL started out as a neighborhood gang, and then later Jeffrey Williams formed a label called YSL, is that any different than what you're saying today?
No, I know Jeffrey Williams started a company called YSL.
Okay,
I know that much.
all right. And is that what you are referring to that you were a part of in 2012?
In 2012, yes.
You were a part of Jeffrey Williams' company in 2012.
No, he wasn't. Ms. Lord, come on now. I just said he wasn't. He was saying that our belief is when Jeffrey Williams started rapping, he was gonna be famous. That was our expect, and then he started saying, "I'm gonna do a label called YSL."
When you refer to our, who are you talking about?
I'm saying when he talked to me about it, me and his conversation, put it like that. I'm sorry about me and Jeffrey Williams conversation. He was telling me he was gonna do the label called YSL.
And was Jeffrey Williams the head or the founder of the group you referred to yesterday that started in 2012 as a neighborhood gang?
No, not that I know of. Not my understanding. Not from my understanding.
Did Jeffrey Williams, to your understanding, have anything to do with that group that started as a neighborhood gang in 2012?
He used to be around, but I can't say like, to be honest with you, I can't say that he probably was repping a game. I can't say that because he had been rapping for a minute. So I can't answer that question.
Do you know or can you answer whether Jeffrey Williams, have you ever seen him rep that group you talked about, the two guns stood for yesterday, sex, money, murder?
I don't think I was really like around. I probably seen it on a picture. I seen it on a picture, but I don't know if he was part of that because if he was, I wasn't there when he became it. So I seen a picture probably, I think.
Okay. Now, when you started out the answer just now, you said, I don't think I was around. What was the rest of that?
I'm saying I wasn't actually like, I knew him, but me and him like see each other in the park and stuff like that.
Yesterday, did you tell me that you had known, did you tell the jury that you had known him since 2009? That don't got nothing to do with me being just because I know you. That don't mean I have to be around you every day to know you. That's what I'm saying. How often were you around Jeffrey Williams between 2009 and 2012?
Whenever I went to Cleveland Avenue and he was in the park.
And how often would you say that was?
I can't say because sometimes he wouldn't even be in the park. So I can't say that.
And DK, how often were you around DK?
She gonna ask him the same question 1,000 times, God the
I
brand.
probably seen DK every now and then, but I wasn't never really around DK.
And the whatever it was that you wanted to say about DK earlier.
The longest I've been around DK is when we was incarcerated in the same cell.
Okay. To your knowledge, is DK signed as an artist under YSL?
Not that I know, but I know DK used to rap.
And to your knowledge, is Tick signed as an
He asked
artist
him all
under
these same
YSL?
questions yesterday.
Not to my knowledge, but he used to rap too.
Do you know Defendant Williams to ever have recognized someone other than himself as a founder of YSL?
No.
Okay. I want to show you what has already been admitted as State's Exhibit.
She trying to get him to purge himself on the stand. She's trying to get him into perjury, so she can lock his ass back up for perjury. That's all she doing. That's why she calling these the dude, because he already pleaded guilty to his charge, and he took a plea and he got out.
Uniform Bravo.
So she's trying to scare them with perjury. Which is crazy.
All right, could we blow it up? And could we zoom in on the picture, the face? Do you recognize the person shown in 10 Uniform Bravo?
Yes.
Okay. Could you scroll up to the caption and make it
He
larger?
did this shit for 7 hours yesterday. For real,
A little
Christy.
bit larger?
Yeah, okay, I can't see that.
7
Are
hours
you
yesterday.
able
She
to
showed this
read
boy
the
pictures and made him
text at
read
very
the
bottom
caption and the date.
of that exhibit?
It say YSL slime life hated baby.
Look, what I tell you?
Slime slow.
Okay.
Him and I are the. I don't see nothing else.
Okay. Have you ever seen that post
Yeah, no, since you showed it to me.
prior to now?
Yeah,
You've seen it before now?
no.
Okay.
Just now. But anyone could have posted that. That don't mean
That's
like,
a whole fact. I was about to
like,
say that.
somebody could post something on my account. That don't mean Miss Love can post. That don't mean I posted it.
Whose account do you believe that that's posted on?
I seen it say THUGGA or something like that. But what I'm saying is, I have a daughter that posts on my account every day. What I'm saying is, that don't mean Mr. Jeffrey Williams is the one that made that post.
Do you know anything about his Instagram account or who makes posts on it
I don't see
personally?
like since I've been around, I don't seen a lot of like his secretary post stuff on his page and different people share passwords and share pages from my knowledge. That's what I know.
Have you ever seen him take something down that he didn't want posted on his account?
No.
So if someone posted something, he always just keeps it up there.
I don't know.
Dang.
Now, do you still claim to be a part of the YSL that you said you joined in 2012?
I don't claim nothing right now but me.
When did you stop claiming YSL?
I don't recall what year it was, Miss Love.
Do you recall what you were doing or what was happening around that time?
No, I don't recall.
Do you recall what made you stop?
Some things you just outgrow, me, love.
What was it that you outgrew?
I outgrow ripping anything.
Now, when you say you outgrow repping anything, what exactly are you talking about?
I'm saying anything.
That's the line of questioning that I don't like about her.
Zone 3. I used to say all that. Zone 3. I don't rep a lot of things, but I outgrow just doing whatever you do.
What made you outgrow YSL?
No personal reason.
You mentioned hand signs or shakes with YSL that you became a member of in 2012. Were you wiping your nose? Were YSL members wiping their nose?
I wipe my nose. I can't speak for anyone else.
Were you wiping your nose in 2012 as part of YSL?
I don't recall. That's so long ago, Miss Lord. Let's try to get on 2012. So long ago, I don't remember nothing from 2012.
There you go. There you go. Take Woody
That's a
stance
long
on this
When
time
shit.
did your memory of anything from 2012 go away?
That ain't. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Did you
recall.
remember things from 2012 yesterday?
I don't
No,
recall.
you showed me, and I told you that 2012 that I was what you call. I don't remember nothing from 2012.
There
And
you go.
did you talk with anyone about your testimony from yesterday?
No,
Did you ever rep Summerhill?
I used to be in Summerhill. My father from Summerhill.
Okay. Did you ever rep it?
Yes, when I was a child, when I was younger, I used to stay with my father in Summerhill.
Did you ever rep Nine Deuce?
Well, I never been 9 Deuce, so no, I never rep 9 Deuce.
Did you ever rep Crips?
No.
Now she's
Did
trying
you
to call a
ever rep
nigga a set
Famerica?
tripper because he used to be
Fair
blood.
America?
Yes.
No, I never hung with Fair America.
Okay. What were some of the, would you show the jury how it is that you wipe your nose when you said that's the symbol that you use?
Why do we got to show? Didn't you show a picture of him doing it yesterday? The jury saw it. Doing
Do
too fucking
you
much.
only wipe your nose when it's itching?
When they running too.
Is the only time that you wipe your nose when it's running?
No, Miss
or
Lord.
Do you hear the line of questioning? Are you
Would please
serious?
then tell the jury when the other times are that you wipe your nose?
I just wiped it now.
Okay. And is that something that you were doing back in 2012 as a member of
I
YSL?
don't recall about 2012.
When did you start talking with Jeffrey Williams about YSL?
I can't really remember, Ms. Love. It's been so long ago, Ms. Love. We were all young. It's been so long ago. I can't remember when specifically. When we had these
I'm not mad at her for
conversations.
doing her job,
What
God
was
the
the
brand. I'm mad at her for doing
He
for being
just-
dirty at doing her
When he
job.
started rapping, he
You know what I'm
was just
saying?
saying like, when I get
Like her
famous,
job is to be
he used to say
is
Lil
to
Wayne was his
prosecute
idol. When he
criminals,
gets
and
famous,
I
he
get
gonna
that.
start. If
But when you start
it go the
doing
way
dirty
it's
shit
supposed to
and
go,
using dirty
he's gonna start
tactics
his
and
label called YSL.
Did he tell you
hiding
why
shit
he
from
was
the
going to name it
defense, and then the
YSL?
judge
No,
got
he
to
never
keep
told me
correcting
that.
you.
But
But then on top of that, the
actually
judge
knew
is also
what
allowing
YSL
the state to get
supposed
away
to
with
stand
shit.
for, Young
She may
Sterner
correct them,
at
but
the
she's
time.
still allowing them to get away with it because
Did
she
you
ain't
ever
doing
call
shit
it
about
Young
it.
Sterner Life back in 2012 when it was a neighborhood gang?
Yes.
Did you ever call it Young Slime Life?
Yeah, I said that too.
Okay. And when you were talking with defendant Jeffrey Williams about YSL, did he as well refer to it as Young Slime Life?
He never said that to me.
Have you ever heard him refer to it as Young Slime Life?
No.
Have you ever heard defendant Jeffrey Williams call someone else slime?
He don't call me slime before.
He has?
Yeah.
Okay. And who is it that he is, how does he use that term to your knowledge?
I just told you, when he see me, he'd be like, "What's up, slime?" We normally don't do a handshake. He nubble, hug me, and bump heads with me.
And when you spoke about working as head of security for the record label that is owned by defendant Williams, how familiar were you with the record label itself?
How familiar was I with it?
Yes.
Yeah, but the system, see, when criminals lie,
Well,
that's
he
not
had
justice. The system's supposed to be just.
Who is the
You know what
manager?
I'm saying? The system's supposed to be
He
just for everybody, even for criminals that lie,
I know about G off.
because it's supposed to show that
G off.
G
we
off?
can
Yeah.
we can have
Do you know
confidence in it.
his full
You know what I'm saying?
government
I don't
give
know.
a
We
name?
can't
I
have
don't
confidence
know
in the
government
system,
name. I don't.
then nobody,
I
you know what I'm
don't
saying?
people government name. People that I know in this courtroom, I just learned they government
Nobody's
name.
gonna
I
believe
see
that it
them on
works.
the document.
Did Geoff sign your checks?
That's why they say you
We
get your
answered the
day in
question
court because it's
yesterday. I
supposed to
told you
be,
they sent it
you
straight
know what I'm
to my
saying?
account.
If they got
Did
you,
you
the
ever see
evidence
the
supposed
physical
to show
check?
that you guilty,
No.
not making up shit and hiding shit and doing shit
Did you
that, you know what
listen
I'm
to
saying?
Defendant Williams'
You hide
music
the shit
that
that
he
make me
made under
that
that
can prove
record
that I'm
label he
innocent,
talked to you about
but you show the
years
shit
ago?
that make it
I
seem
listened to
like
his
I'm
music
guilty.
way before he became up under that label too.
How often do you
That's why
listen to his
everybody's
music?
supposed to be
I
innocent to
listen to his
prove it
music
guilty
every day
because the
now.
facts are supposed to
Are you
prove their
familiar
guilt.
with all of his songs?
A lot of them.
Do you hear references to Young Slime Life in those songs?
Yeah, in the song.
And how does he reference Young Slime Life in the songs that you've heard?
What you mean?
Just that.
Huh?
Exactly
Could you
what I said.
repeat? Can you repeat it?
How does Defendant Williams reference Young Slime Life? How does he use it in his songs?
You gotta ask Mr. William that because I don't know how he represented in the song. I just hear him say slime in the song. He right there. You can ask him.
Now, when I'm speaking to you and I'm asking you about listening to his music, and you said that you did and you listened to it a lot, how have you heard it used in his songs?
I don't know, Miss Love.
Is it that you don't know or you don't want to say?
What you mean? I can't say slime in the song. I just told you that. What other way you want me to say it? I'm telling you, I don't heard him say it in the song, but I don't have a song.
Oh, that's
playing
God
in
the
my
brand.
mind
He
that I
on
can say.
Facebook,
I
Chrissy.
have
That's
to
why
wait.
you don't see him in the
I'm
chat
not good with
because he on Facebook.
like if the song not on, I might
He
not
watching
even
from
know the
Facebook.
words to the song.
Do you remember any of his songs that you know the words to?
Salute to the people that's watching on Facebook and salute to those that's watching on
No,
YouTube.
not right off the top of my head.
Okay. Have you ever heard Jeffrey Williams claim to have started Young Slime Life?
We already answered that question. I said I never heard it. He never said it to me.
Yeah,
I
God
don't
the
know if he
brand.
said it to someone else. He
The
said it to me.
fucking
All right.
DA office been hiding shit from the defense the whole time, and every time they got to bring a new witness out, that's when they want to present what
Are
they
you
got.
familiar with
And the
a
judge
group
done
called
told them
Raised
like
on
7
Cleveland
times,
or
stop
Rock
doing that
Group?
shit, and they continue to do it. I appreciate the thumbs up on
I
Facebook.
heard about
Appreciate
it,
you.
but I'm not familiar with Raised on Cleveland. I heard about the Rock Crew. I heard Jay-Z claim the Rock Crew.
He jumped on YouTube, Chrissy.
Have
He
you
just
ever
said
heard
hello.
a Cleveland Avenue group refer to itself as Raised on Cleveland or Raised on Cleveland?
Raised on Cleveland.
Have you ever heard Raised on Cleveland refer to itself as Raised on Cleveland, replacing the C with a B?
Maybe.
Do you remember where you might have heard it?
Just in the streets, people said it. Like on Cleveland Avenue. I don't hear it like I'm not from Cleveland, so I can't tell you. But I have heard people say it.
Yesterday, you talked about meeting a number of people on Cleveland Avenue. So how frequently did you find yourself on Cleveland Avenue back in 2012?
I just told you I can't remember now from 2012 how often I used to be over there. I can't tell you that.
Do you remember anything from 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go on Cleveland Avenue in 2015?
I won't say I stayed on Cleveland Avenue in 2015. Well, off of Cleveland Avenue. It wasn't on Cleveland Avenue.
And when you heard people refer to Raised on Cleveland, have you also seen it abbreviated as ROB?
No, I used to see ROC.
Okay. Have you heard Jeffrey Williams reference Sex, Money, Murder in any of his songs that he's made under his record label?
Yes, I think I heard in the song. I'm not for sure.
Have you heard any songs with lyrics ROB, SMM, now we YSL?
I don't recall that song.
Have you heard any song where defendant Williams says slime thugger with it, slime DK with it, slime wicked with
I'm
it,
definitely heard of that song.
What's the name of that song?
I don't know the name of the song, but I know the song.
So do you recall that first line that I asked you about being a part of that same song?
You said me being a part of that song?
No.
Oh, okay.
The line ROB SMM now we YSL.
I never caught that part.
You never
But-
caught that part?
No, but I caught the part where you say what you said, slime, DK. I know that part.
Did we see a caption that you made under a post yesterday that said YSL won't fold?
Yes.
Is that also a line from one of the defendant Williams songs?
I don't remember, but if on my basis it might be, I don't know.
Have you heard defendant Williams referencing pick his ass off the balcony?
All music is entertaining, so he probably did say it in his song, but it's only entertainment. That don't mean what he rapping about in the song got to be something he doing.
Okay.
Anyone doing.
Did you understand me to be asking you about what he was doing or what
I'm
the
just
song
saying
was?
that's what the song say, but that's your basic you trying to get at. I ain't retarded. I know your basic you trying to get at now.
Now, why do you suppose that you know my basis? Why are you answering questions in that way?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Do you recall hearing defendant Williams referencing YSL wipe a nigga nose in one of his songs?
Yes, it's a song.
What did you understand that line in the song to mean?
I don't know. But my understanding, I just thought it was entertaining words, rhymes that go together. That's my understanding of it.
Okay. Now, have you ever appeared in any videos that were posted online with defendant Williams talking about testifying in court?
You say a video?
Yes.
I've never seen me in a video with me and Jeffrey Williams talking about testifying in court.
Before yesterday, did an
Rob,
investigator
salute. Appreciate you
Lanto,
coming through, my G.
meet with you, your attorney, and me outside of Fulton County several weeks ago?
Right.
And were you asked about a video that referenced testifying in court?
And I told you about that video.
What did you say?
That's Jeffrey Williams in the video. That's what I told you. You don't see me in a video.
Did I show you that video?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I'm not for sure.
Did I
don't
have a
recall.
computer with me?
You did have your laptop with you, Ms. Love. Yeah, laptop and your phone with you.
Is it your testimony today that I opened up that laptop and pulled up a
I
video?
never said you opened it up. And of course, I seen the video all over the internet.
So
I
you,
didn't say you opened it up, but you brought it to my attention at the meeting that Jeff Williams and me in the video. And I told you, you don't see me in a video.
let me ask you this. Did the
You-
question
you
come
making
to
moves,
you, are
Christian.
you familiar with the video, or do you recall Jeffrey Williams' name being mentioned?
I don't recall.
Was it not you who said that wasn't me?
Rob, if Woody went in there and he lied the whole time, then he really didn't rat on nobody.
I said
But
it wasn't me because
by
I didn't
them
see me in the video.
using
I
his,
don't know if I was
his
there
statements to
on
try
the
to
video
convict
or
him,
I wasn't. So I'm telling you, it wasn't
I
me.
mean,
When you
if
said
he was
it
lying, he
all
said
over
everything
the
he said
internet,
back then was a lie, and none of
where
that
did
shit
you
was
see it?
true, and they'd already
I
proved
seen it on
he was making
Instagram.
people names up, making
It's
up
on a lot of
characters,
places
making
where
up
people
situations that never
showed the
happened.
video.
So
When
his
did
whole
you see it?
testimony is the fuck out of there, in my opinion.
I can't recall when I seen
You
it.
know, this system is
Did you
crazy.
see
You
it
do all
since this
different
trial
types of
started?
shit.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you been watching or listening to other people's testimony?
No, I knew I couldn't watch the trial. My attorney advised me that you can't watch the trial, so that's why I never got it on.
All right, I'm going to show you what has already been admitted, Your Honor, but the number is not on the exhibit. So we would, for the purposes of this examination, label it 447 Yankee. We will not be tendering two separate copies.
All right.
Don't put it.
You know what the original exhibit number is?
That was what we were trying to get our hands on. That was what was not on the list of exhibits. I'm going to show it to counsel for the defense before I walk up to the witness, if anyone would like to see it. Showing you states 447 Yankee. Are you able to see that?
Yes,
Is this the video that you were referring to?
yes. I can hear what it's saying. Okay.
But you said you've seen it?
Yes, I've seen this video a long time ago too. Do you see me in the video? I don't see me in the video. I only see Jeffrey Williams in the video.
Your Honor, just for the purposes of this examination, not to tender it twice, we are tendering 447 Yankee, and we will not,
So,
just so that I can have it.
okay, so it's in as an exhibit that's already been admitted once under some unknown number. Okay,
My apologies, Your Honor. We will rectify that and
Okay.
clarify it.
all right.
And so I'm now going to play the sound of 447 Yankee and the video.
So nigga, a lot of they mama, a lot of they kids, a lot of they brothers and sisters, they didn't get ready in the courtroom tell the God honest truth.
Fuck, nigga.
Don't get it.
Fuck with you, bro.
Y'all nigga need to get fucking killed, bro.
You snitching bitches.
From me and YSF.
Do you hear your voice on that video?
It sounds like it.
And are you the one saying snitching bitches?
I said it sound like I can't say for sure if that's me that's saying that, but it sounds like me.
Is the voice that says snitching bitches the one that sounds like?
Yeah.
Do you recall being in that room where Williams is?
I don't know. That's why I said it sounds, but I don't call if I'm there that day or not.
Do you recall ever being present in a room back in
Amen
2015
to that, Christy.
when Defendant Williams made statements like that?
No, I don't recall.
You said you've heard that a long time ago. When's the first time you saw that video, to the best of your recollection?
I can't recall because I can't recall the first time I seen this video.
Was it prior to 2024?
No,
The first time you saw that video was in 2024?
I said no.
So was it before 2024 that you first saw the video?
Yeah, well, before 2024, I don't seen that video before.
Did you see it before 2020?
Maybe.
Did you see it before 2015?
It probably around that time, 15, 16, somewhere in there.
What did you understand the message to be in that video?
To me, I thought it was just a saying, like, because a lot of people say it all the time.
A lot of people say what?
A lot of your mom, a lot of your kids. He ain't the first person I heard say that.
Is he the first person you've heard say, y'all need to be killed?
That's what the video say.
Is he the first person you heard say that?
No, I've been in the street for a long time, Ms. Lord. I don't hear a lot of people saying people need to be killed, but I don't know the reason they saying.
Did you hear him say, that's from me and YSL?
I heard in the video, yes. Of course, everybody in the courtroom just heard. You heard it.
At the time that this video was made, or even at the time you first heard it, did you consider yourself YSL?
Yes.
Did you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth need to be killed?
No, that's not my belief. I believe everyone do what's best for them. So I can't determine what no one else feels. I can tell you how I feel.
Do you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches?
I'm telling you the God honest truth.
That's
Is
not
I'm
what I
listening
asked.
to-
I'm asking you if you believe that people who get in the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth are snitching bitches.
No, because a snitch to me, my understanding is a snitch is a person who lie on another person. So I can't say that.
You grew up with how many of your siblings?
I grew up with all my brothers.
Did any of them ever go and tell on you about stuff you did?
They used to tell my mom all the time, but I never got mad.
Okay. When they told your mama, did they always tell the truth?
No.
Okay. Now, when they told your mama stories about you, did your mama come to you and say anything about it?
Yes.
How did you respond?
He lying, Mom.
What about when they told
Yeah,
your
Chris,
mama
you know they down south. That's what they
stuff
do. They get that
you
shit
actually did?
permanently in their mouth.
How would you respond?
Take it on the chin.
Okay. Did you ever complain about somebody telling about stuff you actually did?
No.
Did you ever talk about it?
I talked about it to my mother, not no.
How would you describe somebody telling on you about something you actually did?
I don't feel no way, man, Lord. They did what I guess they feel like they did what was best for them. So
No, I'm not asking you how you felt about it. I'm asking how would you describe it? How do you speak about it? What do you say when you're talking about someone telling on you about something they actually did?
I don't speak about it.
Would you ever consider it? They told on me? Is that how you would?
I don't really know how would I put it. There's a lot of ways to put it, but I don't.
Now, telling on you, would you consider someone telling on you talking about something that you actually did?
Maybe.
Why maybe?
Maybe. If somebody tells something on you, maybe. That's what they.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with a person telling on me.
Is that a phrase that you've ever used? Like, my brother told on me.
What we getting at? That's pointless.
Mr. Sledge, will you please answer that question for the jury?
No, then. No.
You've never said that.
You said I said it to my mother, no.
No, not to your mother. Have you ever used a phrase like, my brother told on me?
Maybe.
And in using that phrase, are you just referencing something your brother done told somebody else that you did?
He probably wouldn't tell nobody else what I did. He probably told my mother, like, if me and him, if I slapped him across the head or something, he probably told my mama, like, I'm picking on him or something.
Okay. But you would consider that him telling on you.
That ain't,
Is that right?
yeah, because it probably was the truth if I slapped him on the head.
Okay. And if you didn't
Cause he
slap him on the
seen
head,
he was there. I don't want to hit him on the head, so he know.
and if you didn't slap him on the head and he told your mom you slapped him on the head, rightly so, you'd say, you're lying on me.
No, I probably.
What was your answer?
Probably.
Now, we talked a lot about State's Exhibit 444 Yankee yesterday, those factual acknowledgements. You recall that?
No, you gotta refresh my memory.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach Ms. Smith? Showing you what was shown to you yesterday at
Oh, yeah.
State's Exhibit
You showed me
447.
this yesterday.
All right. Now, at the time that you made the statements that are referenced in that document on December 28, 2022, did you know that you were going to have to come into court and testify about those statements?
No, I actually didn't think I was gonna have to come in the courtroom and testify.
Why did you think that?
Because it said if needed. So I didn't know if you was gonna need me or not.
Do you recall who all was in the room with you at the time that you made those statements on December 28th, 2022?
When I initially,
No, when you said that they were true.
I never said they was true, Ms. Love. I initially, but this ain't nothing that I brought to your attention. You brought this to my attention. I never been in the room with anyone that said this stuff was true.
Come back at the time that do you remember addressing these statements in court ever?
Yeah, I remember, like I told you, I remember when I signed, I was gonna be able to get on the stand, and if you call me and explain my truth of this, but this nothing that I directly told you. This agreement, I never stated any of this stuff in this document to you or anybody else.
All right. Do you remember initialing certain terms of your plea agreement called sentencing acknowledgements?
We went through this yesterday, Ms. Love.
Do you remember initialing terms?
No, I don't remember.
Looking at page 5 of 7 of State's Exhibit 440, 447, 444 Yankee. Without reading it out loud, does that refresh your memory?
What number you say?
Page 5 of 7.
And what you want me to read?
Looking at section 5, which goes on into page 6, does looking at that refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and initialed sentencing acknowledgments?
I probably didn't understand it.
Does looking at that document refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged sentencing acknowledgments on December 28th, 2022?
You said, could you repeat what you said?
Does looking at 444 Yankee, the document in front of you, refresh your memory as to whether or not you read and acknowledged the sentencing acknowledgments contained on page 5 and 6?
I don't even remember reading it, but I see my initial, but I never read it to understand.
So then the document does not refresh your recollection?
I see my initial right there, and I just read it.
So do you now remember reading and acknowledging?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Would you look at number 4 on page 6 of 7?
You said number 4?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see that.
Is there any part of the sentence contained in number 4 that today, right here and now, you do not understand?
No, I didn't understand.
No, I'm asking you right here and now, is there any part that you do not understand?
I don't understand. Could I talk to my lawyer? Miss Judge, could I? Thank you.
Yeah, he off to talk to his lawyer again. That's what I was about to say. Even if he could read it, that don't mean that he understand, Christy. That's a whole fact.
All right, I'm sure everybody has time to use the restroom if they need to while they confer.
Wow. I guess for a couple of minutes while he talked to his lawyer. It's just crazy. And I don't understand why they keep bringing witnesses up here that's really not witnesses for the state. They fuck the state's case up so much, and they just keep bringing them up there. I don't understand it. This trial has been dragged out 2 years already, going on, and a little while it's going to be going on 3 years, and no trial should last that long. And that's because they keep dragging. They still talk about they got more than 99 witnesses left, more than 99 more witnesses to put on the stand. They told the defense if they want, they could have got rid of 7 of them yesterday. Just crossed them out. They really don't need them. But they got something like 99 more witnesses. The judge was like more than that, but that's a start. The judge even trying to convince them to scratch people off that fucking list. Like, come on, 2 years, you ain't got through the witnesses yet? This is ridiculous. It's a sham. It's a sham trial. And these are motherfuckers that's supposed to prosecute Donald Trump. I hope the fuck not. It's a whole fact. These the motherfuckers that y'all gonna put. If this is the best that Fannie Willis got, then Trump gonna be a free fucking man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If that's the best that Fannie Willis got, then Trump is gonna be a free fucking man, bro. And that's a whole fact. Yeah, that shit is sad. But you know, that's how. Some of y'all remember this.
The 90s was a whole different vibe. We all were outside. We knew how to communicate with each other. It was beautiful.
I agree. If you were a youngster and you grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, you had it good. It was almost like we were in heaven compared to today. Look at them, man. Just smiles. There were healthy boundaries and innocent fun happening. You could leave the house and go out with your people and you didn't worry about, I might get shot tonight. The violence was way down. There was no cell phones, no internet, no social media. People were more mentally down. Yeah, they were smoking weed, but nobody looked smoked out. Yeah, they were drinking, but nobody looks drunk. The sisters are dressed appropriately. You know, nobody's pants hanging off their ass. No bonnets. You know, just kids being kids, man. We did not realize how good we had it back then. I miss it.
The 90s was a whole different vibe. We all were outside. And we knew how to communicate with each other. It was beautiful.
I agree. If you were a youngster and you grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, you had it good. It was almost like we were in heaven compared to today. Look at them, man. Just smiles. There were healthy boundaries.
Yeah, we had that was healthy back then. The 90s and the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Now look at these kids now, bro. Look at these kids now. This shit different. Look at the dress code.
The 90s was a whole different vibe. We all were outside. And we knew how to communicate with each other. It was beautiful.
I agree. If you were a youngster and you grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, you had it good. It was almost like we were in heaven compared to today. Look at them, man. Just smiles. There were healthy boundaries and innocent fun happening. You could leave the house and go out with your people and you didn't worry about, I might get shot tonight. The violence was way down. There was no cell phones, no internet, no social media. People were more mentally sound. Yeah, they were smoking weed, but nobody looked smoked out. Yeah, they were drinking, but nobody looks drunk. The sisters are dressed appropriately. You know, nobody's pants hanging off their ass. No bonnets. You know, just kids being kids, man. We did not realize how good we had it back then. I miss it.
I miss it too. I can't even lie. I miss that. Yes, ma'am. I miss that. That's a whole fact. Yeah, they still on recess, so we ain't missed nothing. I just wanted to share that vibe. Even just watching the video, you know what I'm saying? Just looking at the dress code, the people enjoying each other. Like he said, everybody was outside. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no internet, wasn't no cell phones. You know what I'm saying? We had to socialize with each other. You know, we had to do things with each other for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody sit in their house and jump on their cell phone, and you know what I'm saying, they tablets and they watch phones and they computers, and you know what I'm saying? It's just a shame that, you know, being social has been lost in this world. So, you know, I appreciated that video. When I saw it on Instagram, I said, yo, that shit took me back. It shit made me feel a certain type of way. Because I'm realizing that our children don't have that. Our children don't have that. Their social life is way different, bro. They're experimenting with drugs at a way younger age than we was when we was in school. And not just drugs, hard drugs. You know, I started smoking marijuana when I was like 15 years old. And I just got to high school, you know, I was feeling myself. So, you know what I'm saying, I started smoking marijuana. But these kids is doing Molly and ecstasy and drinking lean and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just a shame that they don't get to, you know, they never going to experience that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get shit back right where, you know, make these kids want to put their phones and their game systems up and come outside and say hi to each other. Motherfuckers wonder why relationships don't last, because motherfuckers is meeting each other on the internet, don't know shit about each other. And oh, you my girlfriend, you my boyfriend, and then end up meeting each other, sleeping with each other for 4 and 5 months, and then realize they don't like shit about each other. You know what I mean? So, you know, relationships lasted longer back then. You invested more time and physical time. I'm not talking about phone time and tablet time and face to face and fucking Instagramming and Messenger. I'm talking about going out, holding hands, taking walks through the park, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You can see the enjoyment in these people's eyes. You can see the enjoyment in these people, the enjoyment that these people.
We all were outside, and we knew how to communicate with each other. It was beautiful.
Look at the enjoyment these people
I
have.
agree. If you were a youngster and you grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, you had it good. It was almost like we were in heaven compared to today.
That's a fact.
Look at them, man. Just smiles. There were healthy boundaries and innocent fun happening. You could leave the house and go out with your people, and you didn't worry about, I might get shot tonight. The violence was way down. There was no cell phones, no internet, no social media. People were more mentally sound. Yeah, they were smoking weed, but nobody looked smoked out. Yeah, they were drinking, but nobody looks drunk. The sisters are dressed appropriately. You know, nobody's pants hanging off their ass. No bonnets. You know, just kids being kids, man. We did not realize how good we had it back then. I miss it.
Damn,
The
God.
90s was a whole different vibe. We all were outside, and we knew how to communicate with each other. It was beautiful.
I agree. If you were a youngster and you grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, you had it good. It was almost like we were in heaven compared to today. Look at them, man. Just smiles. There were healthy boundaries and innocent fun happening. You could leave the house and go out with your people and you didn't worry about acting like.
That man said it's almost like we just haven't compared to today. That's a crazy fucking comparison, bro. Comparison yesterday, comparing our growing up, the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, and you know how hard we had it when it came to race and all that shit. And our parents and grandparents and forefathers had it worse than we had it. But comparing that, living in that era to this era and considering that era to be heaven compared to this era is crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work right there. You sure could anytime. Word up, bro. You know, that's the, you know, having little cookouts in the backyard, the little, you know what I'm saying, mom and pops, mom in the kitchen making potato salad, macaroni salad, and you know, all the shit you gotta cook in the oven and on the stove, and Pop Dukes and all your uncles, and they've in the back on the grills. You know what I'm saying? The kids in the front of the house with chalk, doing hopscotches on the, you know what I'm saying? Doing hopscotch, playing fucking jacks and red light, green light, catch a girl, get a girl, shit like that. You feel me? Those was the days, hide and seek. You know what I'm saying? Manhunt, that type of shit. These kids playing manhunt for real with weapons now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mom Deuce making that potato salad. She in the house. She got the greens on the stove. Potato salad already made. That shit inside the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? The cornbread mix and all that shit getting mixed up right now. You know what I'm saying? The yams. You smell the yams outside. You know what I'm saying? You smell all that. And then, like I said, you got your father and them outside on the grill with the chicken and the glizzies and all that. The steaks and the ribs. You know what I'm saying? If you eat pork, they got a half a pig on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibes. Yeah. Y'all know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? You got Whitney Houston or Temptations or the Four Tops or some shit on the radio playing. You know what I'm saying? Some Luther Vandross or something. And I ain't even talking about no slow songs. I'm talking about some real, like, you know what I'm saying? Luther had them hits. Luther had your ass in the backyard dancing until your knees hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, when you walk in the backyard and smell them ribs and shit on that grill, and you hear this type of music, you got your aunts and uncles back there dancing, smoking joints, drinking old English. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the era that I'm from. You know what I'm saying? That's the era I'm from. Hey, Christy, if you love to cook, cook. You feel me? If you love to cook, cook. You feel me? But y'all know the era I'm talking about. You wake up Sunday morning, grandma in the kitchen, you smell them eggs and that bacon and that grits. You can smell the butter in the grits. You know what I'm saying? And she in there listening to motherfucking Mahalia Jackson or BB and CC whining or some shit. You feel me? You be the first motherfucker, and the food don't even be fixed yet. You be the first motherfucker in the kitchen with sitting at the table. Because if you like me, you knew you got 30 more cousins that was about to run in this motherfucker. Somebody, we got to eat. You feel me? You got to eat. Christy said, I love to cook. I cook every day. That's a blessing. That's a blessing because cooking has become a lost art to these young ones, to the new generation. It's all about Benihana's and, you know what I'm saying? All this going out to eat, spending hundreds of dollars on one meal and all. You know, these kids don't have no value no more for home cooked meals. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Christy? When you pull up, yeah. Yeah, get your cook on, Christy. Go get that bacon and the eggs. Put that grits on. Put some sausage on. You know what I'm saying? You light my fire. I feel alive. Yeah, I got an old soul, Christy. I ain't gonna lie. I just think I know how to appreciate good music. You know what I'm saying? And that was good music. Wasn't nobody dying. Wasn't nobody getting shot up in the song. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could truly appreciate, you know what I'm saying, good music. I can understand that even when we didn't have money or a lot of money or, you know what I'm saying, music made us feel like we did. You know what I mean? Word up. if we could go back, I definitely would go back to the late 80s, early 90s. I definitely would go back to the late 80s, early 90s. Between 88 and 95, I love to live in that era forever. I can't even lie. That's the era I would love to live in forever. But in turn, I can live there forever. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I wouldn't take a little couple of tweaks from this era, but I definitely love the way that we got to socialize and do things back then. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would love us to go back to that era. Wish it never left. And now I understand what our grandparents were saying about their era when they said, man, we used to have such a good time back in our day. And I'm thinking like, damn, back in your day, they was sicking dogs on y'all and water hosing y'all down. And you telling us that we don't know what having fun is. But see, I understand what they meant about their era too. See, in their era, it was more unity. They all had a common enemy. You know what I'm saying? So they were more unified in their era. And even though it was a fucked up era for black people, as black people dealing with black people, it was probably one of the best times amongst us because we had unity amongst each other. When we looked out the window, we saw brothers. We didn't see ops and enemies. Now when you look out your enemy, now when you look out your window, now when you walk down your street, you're turning your shoulder, you're looking behind your back, you're looking over your shoulder because you don't know who your ops and your enemies is. You don't know your friends from your ops. You know, you can be friends with a motherfucker, grow with a motherfucker, live on the same block for 6, 7, 8 years. He move around the corner, and now that friendship is some different shit. You know what I mean? So I appreciate my era. Word up. They took one hell of a recess, didn't they? He just wanted to go talk to his lawyer. Let's see if I can speed it up. So, and maybe it's me. All right, we back on. That's what's up, Christy. Salute to you for being prepared.
Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Sledge.
Welcome back, Mr. Sledge. Have you had enough time? Your Honor, is this working?
Doesn't sound like it.
I can hear you right here.
Judge, I'm going to use my outside voice. I don't think either of you working.
Let's try, no, mine's doesn't seem to be either. What a shocker.
Mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, no, no.
Good luck. I mean, maybe there's something going on with it, but
That perhaps when they, I don't know.
I mean, who knows what it is? And they are allegedly urgently dealing with a fix, but thus far, every fix they've tried has not been a fix. I will send yet another email.
Judge, I will do as the court instructs. What would you have me do?
I guess yell. I mean, we have supposedly a backup, but I think the only one who knows how to run the backup that didn't work a few days ago is my staff attorney, who, while not an IT person, is the best we have, but she's not here with us today. So I don't know what to say. Just speak loudly.
All right. If there is anyone to the right of me who cannot hear me, Your Honor, if they would just let the court know, I will speak even louder without bursting anyone's ears. Mr. Slade, have you had enough time to speak with your attorney?
Yes.
Having spoken with your attorney, are you able now to tell the jury whether you recall looking at number 4 on page 6 of 7 on December 28th of 2022?
Yes.
Did you understand number 4?
Yes.
Do you understand number 4 today?
Yes.
What is your understanding of number 4 of the sentencing acknowledgments?
I guess it says you fail to refuse and promise to make this eternity. If you refuse to.
Mr. Sledge, do me a favor. I want you to read it,
Oh,
and I need you to use as
I,
loud a voice as you can.
it's gonna be hard.
But
If
tell the jury without reading it what your understanding of number 4 is.
my understanding for number 4 is, if you refuse about count 30 in indictment. We got to figure something out.
Can you speak up any
Alright.
louder?
No,
Can you hear me?
it's gonna be hard, man.
So
I'm talking loud as I can. I'm talking loud as I
Now,
Can
can.
y'all hear?
if you need to move, I understand.
Use that mic.
It's not working.
No, when you were talking loudly a second.
Something's working.
I can hear the judge in his mic. When you was talking in that, I can hear you in his mic, but it not letting me. Yeah.
So that everybody in the
You
court.
can move if you need to. You can hear now? Okay, well,
This one.
the.
This one I'm talking to.
Pull it down some, it moves. All right.
Yes.
Tell the jury sentencing acknowledgement requires?
If you fail to testify,
Testify about what?
acknowledgement,
When you say acknowledgements, what do you mean?
by truthfully what I know, I thought. That's what my understanding.
Did you have the same attorney you referenced yesterday in court?
Yeah. Yes.
The one that you had for 15 years? Did you have him with you when you were looking at the sentencing acknowledgements that are contained in 444 Yankee?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to go over each of them with your attorney?
I did, but it was a short time. It was kind of fast.
During that short time, were you comfortable enough expressing to your attorney things that you didn't understand?
Yeah, I did tell him certain things I didn't understand, but
And did you,
not everything. Not everything.
what things did you not understand that you did not talk about with your attorney?
When I signed that agreement, I just thought when I get up there, I would be able to explain my truth.
And going back to all that is in the document, do you recall raising your hand and swearing under oath to tell the truth on December 28th, 2022?
Yes, I'm telling my truth. Yes.
Is your truth different than just any other truth?
I guess.
And what do you mean by that?
I thought I would be able to explain an explanation of the reason of me signing the plea agreement.
Okay, let me ask you this. On December 28th, 2022, did you go into a courtroom in front of a judge?
Yes.
And did you swear an oath to tell the truth of every question that was asked of you?
Yes.
At the time that you swore that oath, who all was in the courtroom with you?
I want to say you and my attorney
Who else?
and Mr. Glanville.
All right.
I don't know the other people, the court reporter and stuff like that. I don't know they not.
Other than me, people that you recognize as being a part of my team, the judge, the court reporter, and deputies, was there anybody else in that courtroom with you when you raised your right hand and swore to tell the truth?
No.
After raising your hand and swearing to tell the truth, were you asked about the factual acknowledgements contained in State's 444 Yankee?
Yes.
As it relates to the factual acknowledgements, did you swear under oath that each of those factual acknowledgements is true?
Not to the ones I was trying to have you to change.
So, Mr. Sledge, would you please tell the jury your truth today regarding, let's start with the numbers. And in fact, Your Honor, the state tenders pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee.
I object to coming into evidence, Your Honor, if it's being used just as a demonstrative, not evidence.
It is,
Go ahead.
I'm not using it as a demonstrative. I am tendering it as substantive evidence as a prior inconsistent statement, given the witness's testimony, and given that he seems to lack an independent recollection of certain portions of it as a past recollection recorded and as impeachment by contradiction.
I did not hear anything that needs, does not recall, I have not heard that, and he acknowledged it, he's explaining his answer.
So some of this is certainly a prior inconsistent statement. I mean, it may be that it needs to be more narrowed down than that.
Mr. Sledge, I'm going to show you pages 3 through 7 of State's Exhibit 444 Yankee. And Your Honor, I separated out the first two, and I'm
All
going
right.
to pass it back to this one. Mr. Sledge, would you please take a look at pages 3 through 7, and without reading out loud all of those lines, read to yourself and tell the jury what numbers you are testifying today are not true. Name all of the numbers that you're saying on 444 Yankee, pages 3 through 7, that are not true today.
You said 1 through 7?
On pages 3 through 7, sitting before you now.
Okay.
You want to just use this piece of paper
Yeah, but I
and
thought,
jot down the numbers. Just jot down the numbers of everyone that you're saying today are not true.
from my understanding, I thought we couldn't talk about 3 through 6.
Oh, no, I need for you just to write down on the piece of paper in front of you each number that today you are testifying is not true. That's all I need you to do.
So there's a part 4 that is numbers 1 through 16, and then a part 5 that's 1 through 6. So just do part 4 and then part 5.
I don't see one on this one, Mr. Not on 3 through 7. That what you said? Or do I need to flip on the rest of the pages?
Mr. Sledge. Mr. Sledge,
Yes.
do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah, you said write down the ones that I'm saying not true today.
Do you understand what the judge said?
You know what? Maybe just go through it one at a time. Have him look at part 4, number 1, and say, is that true or not?
All right, let's do it that way.
Okay.
You keep
Oh,
the
I'll
document,
give you
keep
a
back the
pen.
pen. Thank
Okay.
you. All right, let's start with number 1. Today is your testimony that it is true or false? And to be clear, today, your testimony today, is it true or false? Is it true or false? Number one.
I agree with some of it, not all of it.
So is number one as a whole, like the whole part of number one, is it inaccurate or accurate?
It's accurate.
Even the parts that you don't agree with, you're now saying are accurate?
I agree that it all accurate
Why did you say that there were parts you didn't agree with?
because I was looking at the increase of notorious street credibility.
Mr. Sledge, has anyone encouraged you to do anything other than be honest today?
No,
Okay. So would you please tell the jury whether the factual acknowledgement labeled number one under section 4 is true or false?
true.
All right. Number 2, is it true or false?
True.
Number 3, is it true or false?
True.
The whole thing.
I see the part where it say threat the harm. I didn't threat to harm him. I just made a statement.
So let's put it this way. If any part of either one of these
But
to your testimony today, if any part is inaccurate, then we're going to call it false. Okay?
But from my understanding, I thought when I signed, I'd be able to explain, but okay, you can say true.
Mr. Sledge,
Hang on. Yes. Use your mic. I think they're back for the moment.
May I object to the form of that question, please? We're just going to call it. Let the witness testify, not the state.
Your Honor, I'm framing my question in a way or manner that the witness hopefully can clearly understand. He seems to,
Okay,
I'm trying to frame
Can we
the-
not argue?
Hang on.
I'll rephrase the question.
Thank you.
Mr. Sledge,
Yes,
for the purposes of my questions to you right now, if you disagree with any part of any one of these statements, we will call that, for the purpose of this question, false. If you agree that the entire statement is true, we will call it true. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yes,
All right. So, understanding that, number 1, is it true or false?
true,
Number 2, is it true or false?
true,
Number 3, is it true or false?
true.
All of it.
Yes, true,
Number 4, true or false?
true,
Number 5, true or false?
true,
Number 6, true or false?
true,
Number 7, true or false?
false,
Number 8, true or false?
false,
Number 9, true or false?
false,
Number 10, true or false?
I could say true.
Number 11, true or false?
True.
Number 12, true or false?
True.
Number 13, true or false?
True.
Now, looking at page 5, the sentencing acknowledgments. If you today understand the whole sentence, tell me yes, I understand. Because my question is going to be, do you understand each of these sentencing acknowledgments? Okay?
Yes.
All right. If you today do not understand any part of any particular one, then tell me no, I do not understand today.
Right.
All right. So number 1, do you understand today, number 1?
What went down to number 5 right here?
Yes,
To
sir.
number 1?
Yes, sir. Page 5 of 7.
Yes, part 5, number 1.
Yes.
And number 2, do you understand number 2? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 3, do you understand number 3? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 4, on page 6, do you understand number 4? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 5, do you understand number 5? Yes or no?
Yes.
Number 6, do you understand number 6? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the paragraph underneath number 6, do you understand that paragraph? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you need time to look at it some more?
No.
My next set of questions deal with your understanding on December 28th, 2022. I'm going to ask you again about the statements underneath part 5, starting on page 5 of 7. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So now we're talking about your understanding on December 28th, 2022 with the same set of rules. If you understood all of it, please answer yes. If on December 28th, 2022, you did not understand any part of it, please answer no, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
All right.
All right. Can I get some clarification? Because
Yeah.
you're saying you're asking the same thing, but
And I
for 2
already
different
said-
time periods.
Thank you.
Your questions, I'm asking this about that.
No.
For number 4, previously were, is it true or false?
So, Your Honor, we're not talking about number 4.
Oh, you're just asking that about number 5.
That is
Okay.
correct.
All right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Sledge, as it relates to part 5, beginning on page 5 of 7, and your understanding on December 28th, 2022, if you understood all of it on December 28th, 2022, please answer yes. If there was any part of it you didn't understand, please answer no, okay?
Yes.
All right.
I got you. I know what you're saying.
Number 1, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand. No.
Number 2, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Okay.
Because I didn't even know it said that.
Number 3, On December 28th, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either, Ms. Love.
All right. Number 4, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't understand that one either.
Number 5, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand it?
You just asked me about these same questions.
No, sir. I'm talking about back on December 28th, 2022.
I didn't understand it.
You did not understand number 5 either?
No, ma'am.
And number 6, on December 28th, 2022, did you understand it?
No, I didn't really understand that one either.
The paragraph underneath number 6, on page 6 of 7, did you understand it?
No, because I never even read this. I didn't understand.
You did not understand that paragraph?
No.
Okay. We're going to backtrack just a little bit. Would you please turn to page 5? And now, going back to the true or false answers. If any part of the factual acknowledgments I'm about to ask you about are untrue, then please answer false as it relates to today. If they are true in their entirety, please answer true as your testimony today. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Number 14 on page 507 under the section labeled factual acknowledgement. Today is your testimony that it is true or false.
Truth, I could say truth about that.
Say that again.
True.
Okay. Number 15, true or false?
True.
Number 16, true or false?
I say false, but I don't agree with everything they say in it. So I say false.
Okay. Thank you. Starting with the first factual acknowledgement you said was false. Am I correct that it was number 7 on page 407?
Yes, I told you that one was false.
Everyone before that was true. Is that right?
No, yes, I told you number 7, number 8, and number 9, and number 10 were false.
You said number 10 was false.
Yeah. Oh no, I said it was true. My bad. I had to read it over. I'm sorry.
Okay. So as it relates to number 7, is it the portion before the first comma or after the first comma that contains what you now say is false?
Yeah, it's getting crazy, Christy.
The one false about told.
So is your testimony that you were never told?
I was never told.
Okay. Number 8. Which part of number 8 is false?
Stood there, the whole thing,
What did you misunderstand? What do you mean?
because I didn't know it said personally. I thought it was said
What do you mean when you say you thought it was responsible?
because I was charged with it, Miss Love. That's why
Okay.
I was charged with the murder. So I was thinking like,
Were you indicted for murder?
no, I never got indicted for it.
Okay.
But I was
So
charged.
Yes.
That he be allowed to finish his
Yeah,
answers.
let him explain.
please continue.
Yes, I was charged by the DA office.
So how does that factor into your misunderstanding about the
Because
meaning?
I didn't know it say defensively, personally know one or more YSL member that committed the murder. I don't personally know. I wasn't there and no one never spoke it to me. So I can't say I personally know.
Okay.
If I personally knew I was there, I witnessed, I seen you do it.
Okay.
But other than that, I can't say I personally know that.
What about number 9? What part of number 9 is false? All of it or just some of it? As you testified today.
He gave YSL's associate money to lay low. And that's what it say right there.
Is it your testimony today that the portion that reads
Yeah, Christy, if he can't understand though, that make him not a liable witness.
money to lay low?
That
is
make him
false?
unreliable.
Yes, that's false.
Mr. Sledge, do you have any recollection of asking?
Well, what I would say, the word, you used the word lay low. I would have used the word to get family members out of harm's way. That's what I would have used.
Is it
If I'd have gave you this, that's what I would have said. I wouldn't have said he gave us money to lay low.
Is it your testimony that you did not send those words to the state through your lawyer? Is that your testimony today?
I try to get my lawyer to change this because my words was to get out of harm's way. I don't know how it still became lay low. My words and the notes that my lawyer took down, it was to get me and my family out of harm's way because on January the 10th, I was accused of the murder. By the streets, not by your district attorney office.
Understood. All right. Thank you for clarifying all of that. At what point, Mr. Sledge, going now to the sentencing acknowledgments, starting with number 1, where you say you understand it today, but did not understand it on December 28th, 2022. What happened to cause you to understand it?
What number 1 on the first page? You
Page
lost
5
me.
of 7.
Yeah, so you lost me.
Under section 5. You want me to point it out? That one. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. Do you recall telling the jury a few minutes ago, you understand it now, but didn't understand it on December 28, 2022?
I don't understand it now because I read it.
Is that the only thing that happened between today and December 28th, 2022, which caused you to understand it, where you didn't understand it on December 28th, 2022?
Yeah, I didn't understand on December 28th, whatever day it was, because I actually didn't read it.
Did you hear it?
No, it was basically when certain things were said, I was stopping. So I don't recall this even being read to me.
Okay. What about number 2? What happened to cause you to understand it today and not understand it December 28th of 2022?
I just said it wasn't read to me,
Okay.
but I actually reading it myself, I understood now. But on the day that I signed, I don't even recall this even being there. I just initial.
Okay.
It was never read off to me.
Is that the same answer for number 3,
Yes.
4, 5, 6, and the paragraph up under number 6?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. So, going back to page 3 of 7, number 1. Do you remember yesterday I asked you, how were the crimes that you committed? How did you mean for them to boost the street credibility of YSL?
The boost the street credit of YSL,
Yes.
brought females around, people wanting to hang.
Did it make people scared of YSL too?
No.
Is the crime that you were referring to in count 1 that drive-by shooting that you
I
committed?
thought we couldn't talk about that. The drive-by shooting.
Oh, yes, you can.
My drive-by shooting?
Your drive-by shooting?
Yes.
All right. And is it your testimony today that you committed or participated in that drive-by shooting
Yes.
to boost the reputation of YSL to bring females around?
No, not. But what I was saying, like, I just don't think it was to boost the credibility. I never knew that the question even said to boost a notorious street credibility. I didn't know the question said that at the bottom. I knew about the top part.
All right.
That's why I signed to it, because I knew me and Zachary and Gunnington
Right.
pleaded guilty to doing a drive-by shoot.
What about
Okay. Disregard that anybody other
Oh,
than Mr.
said-
Sledge may have pled guilty to anything about this crime.
Right.
and I did admonish him of that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Not today. Probably yesterday, not today.
Number 3, as it relates to you only. How did threatening to harm Shell Kale count as you're acting on behalf of YSL? What did it do for YSL when you threatened to harm Shell Kale?
It didn't do nothing because me and Shell Kale seen each other 1,000 times and it never happened. So it didn't do nothing.
Because who in Shell Kale?
I said, me and Shell Kale seen each other, me and him, seen each other 1,000 times and nothing never happened. So I don't.
You acknowledge within that statement that on behalf of YSL, you threatened to harm a person named Kale?
I never said I threatened. I said if he was looking for me, I had something for him.
All right. Do you remember earlier when you were reading section 3 of part 4 on page 3 that I asked you if any part of it was false, to tell me today you count it as false, to label it false?
I probably couldn't hear you. Probably couldn't hear you as clear, but I know for a fact, like you in the video, I never threatened him. I just said if he was looking for me. I
Okay.
didn't.
So is it,
Well, that part,
Testimony
I say
that-
that part down there is false.
okay, so we're going to label that as false, number 3.
Okay.
Number 4, is there any part of number 4 that is false?
Yeah, the date. That's all I can see.
Okay. Other than the date, is there any part of number 4 that is false? Read it carefully.
Yeah, and I would say the video part.
So without talking about what part, just if there is any part that is false, please just tell me false.
See, I didn't even know how to say this. Yeah, that's false too.
All Mr. Sledge, did you read earlier when I was going over them? Did you read each of these?
I didn't read that part. I missed out on that. On the video part at the bottom.
Number 5, how many sentences is in number 5? Is there only one sentence?
No,
No, without reading it, is there more than one sentence in number 5?
Yes.
There's more than one sentence.
No, it's one complete sentence.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now, did you read that one complete sentence a moment ago when I asked you about number 5 under section 4?
No, I didn't read it completely. I didn't read it and understand it at first, but now I do.
So with your new understanding,
It'll be false.
number 6, read it, please, fully.
Defense admitted.
No, not out loud. Not out loud.
I thought you
Yourself,
said
my
read it.
apologies, my apologies.
Yeah, I really don't like this woman. Her or Hilton.
I see what it say now there, but
Is any part of number 6 false? Because if it is, I would like for you to say false.
false.
Now, do I have it correct that your testimony today is that number 3 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 4 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 5 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 6 is not entirely true?
Yes.
Number 7 is not entirely true?
Yeah, number 7 is not true.
Number 8 is not entirely true?
Not true.
Number 9 is not entirely true?
Not true.
And number 16 is not entirely true.
You said 16?
Yes, sir, on page 5 of 7 at the top. Number 16.
Yes, not true.
Okay, all right.
But you remember I explained to you about number 7, 8. Try to get you the 10. I try to get you I say 7, 8, and 9. I try to get you to change at the time and you wouldn't change.
Okay. That's your testimony. All right. So, of all of the factual acknowledgments contained in section 4, from 1 to 16, is it your testimony today that the only ones that are true fully are number 1, number 10?
That was a misstatement of the testimony.
Then Your Honor, that was a question.
Overruled.
Okay.
I didn't- so-
I'll start over. Is it your testimony today that of all the factual acknowledgments in section 4, from 1 to 16,
Yeah, she knows she got her somebody that she can play on.
true in their entirety are number 1, number 2, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, and number 15?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to carefully read those to ensure that I've accurately stated what your
I
testimony?
don't know why she's trying to act like a lawyer now. You know, fucked your case up a long time ago.
So, if number 1 is
Yeah, you should never put Woody on the
in
stand.
its entirety,
Woody, he should never been up there.
how
Told
were
them
the
from the beginning,
crimes
I'm a liar.
committed
People's 212
intended to
salute.
benefit YSL?
What you talking about? What, a hand signals?
No, sir.
Oh,
You said that it was true in its entirety, didn't you?
yes,
Number 1?
yes.
So I'm talking about the part about committing crimes to benefit YSL. How have the crimes that you've committed how did you intend that they benefit YSL?
I guess to the street credibility.
What does that mean?
Street credibility.
What do you mean? You guessed
I
to the
guess
street
people
cred-
notice YSL.
Notice what about YSL?
We'll hunt our business, I guess.
What now?
We'll do what we gotta do.
What does that mean?
Stand up for yourself.
Stand up for yourself, how?
Defend yourself.
And what does that consist of for you? What did that consist of?
I don't get what you're asking.
What did you mean when you said defend yourself?
Oh, defend myself from anybody in the world.
How did you defend yourself to show that nobody should mess with YSL? What ways did you do that? Is that a fair question?
I committed a drive-by shooting.
To show you don't mess with YSL.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Was that drive-by shooting against a rival gang member?
It don't say that in that question.
I'm asking you.
I didn't consider it as a rival gang member at the time.
So how was that drive-by shooting going to show anybody that you don't mess with YSL?
Cause they jumped on Gunnison.
All right, Evan, and we're going to need to break early for lunch
Right.
today to accommodate an issue with one of the jurors. So I don't know if I let you know that before, but we're going to break right now. Okay. And we will break for, let's see. Let's come back at 12:45.
So they're gonna take an hour and 20-minute break. That's cool. I'll just label this part 1, and I'll be back in an hour and 20 minutes for part 2. I appreciate y'all for coming through, and we'll catch the second half of the trial in an hour and 20 minutes.
All right, unless there's anything anybody needs to put on the record, I'll see everybody back at 12:45.
Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they love it like wow. I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Nipsey Hussle prolific, always knew I was gifted. Bumping Midnight Marauders, but serving biscuits for tips. And I hated having employment, started rapping in cafes and they would call me a poet. They tried to call me the savior, tried to call me the one. I called me the son, asking for help was calling they bluff. Calling me from a higher power, never give up. I looked inside the mirror, realizing that I got us, it was us. Cause it was us the whole time. People come and go, but it was us the whole time. It was us the whole time. People come and go, but I came from nothing.